You know, if you're the go-to person and people are always coming to you for ideas, you're a leader. And we are responsible as leaders to create and produce, because it's not just for us. It inspires others to do the same. You have no idea, if you create that goal that you have, who's watching you and who will be set free because you did it. They won't do it until they see you do it. And they're hoping, secretly hoping. They're not going to be your cheerleader, rah-rah, oh, I'm so excited and proud of you. No, but secretly inside, like, God, please let her do what she said she was going to do. I'm about to enter into a whole new world. Life as I've known it no longer exists. I'm about to see things totally differently. My perception is shifting. I can feel my anticipation rising. I am so glad that I came tonight. This moment right here is my defining moment. I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. I'll never see myself or life experiences the same way again. I'll never go back to being the same person and doing things the same old way. I'm leaving here tonight with a new perspective, a new outlook, a new calling on my life, a new reason to jump out of the bed in the morning. And as a new person, everything in my life has brought me to this moment right here, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I am excited about it. Yes, thank you. Awesome.
Welcome to Turf Valley Resort. We are Tasting Elegance. We create live events for you to experience a holistic approach to a new vision. Happy Valentine's Day!
And the greatest love of all.
Yes, the greatest love of all.
And amazing.
Yes, we're here.
Y'all look so fabulous.
Yes, we made it.
Hi, I'm India Sims with the Haven Center for Therapy and Wellness, here with my husband Daryl. We're having fun at the Tasting Elegance event for Valentine's Day. I specialize in helping people live their best life, specifically couples, helping them with conflict resolution and communication.
Okay, well, we heard that Tasting Elegance and everything with Dr. Tony Haddon, and we just want to congratulate her on such a wonderful accomplishment and everything that she has done for the community and all. Right, y'all? Y'all agree?
Yes, yes.
And, yeah, we having a wonderful time, and if you wasn't here, you missed it. We catch you at the next one.
I'm here at Tasting Elegance. I'm looking to have some fun tonight.
Hi, my name is Robin. So far, we're having a fabulous time. The band is amazing. The people are coming in. This is my first time here, and I can't wait to see and anticipate all the great things that's going to happen for this event. Have a good evening. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hi, my name is Darlene, and I am here hanging out with my girlfriends to support lovely Rosetta in Taste of Elegance. And we're going to have a wonderful evening. I'm so happy to support her.
Hey, this is Gary, and this is Cheryl.
Hi.
Hey, look, I'm telling you, this place right here, Taste of Elegance, you got to be here. Look, if you're looking at this video, there's no rhyme and reason that you can't be here next year. The food is delicious. It's off the chain. And look, the place is laid out. It's a very nice atmosphere. Hey, it's the one to be. It's the place to be next year.
Happy Valentine's Day.
And happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. We're at Taste of Elegance at this fine dining. This place is totally amazing. My name is Dr. Frederick Ware Newsom. I'm candidate for mayor for Baltimore City. Listen, we need a new Baltimore. We need a new vision. We need a new mission. We need a new mayor. I'm your mayor for the city. Listen, a city about change, a city about doing great and mighty and powerful things under the power and authority of God, not man, but God. So I'm excited about the journey. I'm excited about the trip, and I want you to join me on this. But at this time, we're going to enjoy this fine dining here, and so glad for you to be a part of it. Enjoy.
Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Chameleon. I am here with the wonderful Tony Hatton at her Tasting Elegance event. It is phenomenal. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's nothing less of prosperity and abundance all around. Networking with the running mayor, entrepreneurs around Baltimore. You have to check out next year. So I'll see you next year at the Valentine event and the other events that she's hosting, Mother's Day and Christmas, right?
Right.
Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you so
welcome.
much.
Thank you for coming. I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yes.
Hello, I'm saxophonist Isaac Parham, here with Isaac Parham and Friends, and we got a mixture of jazz, R&B, and easy listening music for you, and we're enjoying ourselves here at Tasting Elegance.
I'm from Staples. My name is Janet.
I'm Angelica.
We're here for our local community in the Catonsville store, and we're really just here to talk to our local business owners on how to expand their business cards opportunities, direct mailers, anything to kind of help spread the word of your business and help you grow your organization. And that's what we're really here about today.
Hi guys, Charlene Day with CoLab Communications firm. I'm the communications director, actor, yes, and model. So anyway guys, I'm here at the no other than the attractive, okay, this lady, Tony, is the best. But if you didn't buy your ticket, like you missed it. This lady is amazing. So I'm really excited about getting back in there. The food is great, the people are great, the conversations have been great, the vendors have been great. I'm just excited about what's going to happen tonight. So I kind of got to go, but you should be here.
It happens. Yep, so is everybody having a good time? Yeah. Okay, was the food good? Yeah. Oh, all right, I ain't getting there. I see y'all ate it all up. Before I went past there, and the trays was looking a little light. I'm like, I don't know what happened. Why they had, Miss Tony, why they had no fried chicken? You know I eat my fried chicken when I come out places and everything. I need to take the grease off the chicken and rub it on my knees. Let that soak in. I put lotion on before I left Georgia. I'm telling y'all what I know. Yes, sir, Georgia. You been down there before? Huh? Tell you, sir, you been to Georgia before?
Not yet.
Not yet? You sure? Because you about as dark as me. You look like you've been there a couple times. Then you got that bald head. We might be careful. Okay, no problem. I see you did your thing on. Get your thing on. What happened? Oh, this is a cordless mic. I come over to you. Oh, he was talking about that. I got some hair. If that's what you want to call it. Some hair. Did you notice that? Yeah, the middle part missing. You didn't look up there? Okay. Oh, this is it. Don't call them out, y'all. Stop looking. I got you, boss. You all right? You got me covered? Yeah. Anybody got a question for me? Or y'all got no question? So y'all gonna wait till I'm about to leave and everybody wanna ask a question? All right, I understand. I know the lady outside asked me that she had a question for me. One of them young folks that was helping at the door, they wanted to know where it was made, where my dad at. And I told her, I don't know and I don't care. I left her down to Georgia. You know, sometimes you just can't take people some places. They don't know how to act. Just come up here and acting a fool and everything, you know, so I had to leave her where she be. And then they said, well, what about her daughter? What about Cora? Where Cora at? You know, the man over here was talking about Tamara. I said, I don't know that man's wife. I don't know Tamara. You trying to pin somebody on me that ain't his. You know, but I said, well, I know Cora. I left Cora down to Georgia. You know, they had women's night tonight and everything down at the first Baptist. Yeah, I said, no problem. So you stay down there, do what you do, take it to the king or something, and I'm gonna come up here and do what I did. That's all it was. You having a good time? Okay. Did you just slide in here? You been here? Okay, I will make sure. You be sneaking up on me. You know, we're close to Baltimore. They're home of the wire. Don't get it twisted. You be sliding up on somebody, man. I got to move and dip and dump and everything. Or you went out and got a refill. Can I get a refill? Oh, yeah, all right now. And they gonna fix the drinks up in it. Nah. Oh, okay, all right, what you got?
What is Georgia?
Georgia? That's where I'm from.
Oh, Georgia.
Damn it. Oh, God, she just got y'all. Oh, no. You just picked it up. Oh, see, listen, you too late. You ain't been there this way. You don't know nobody. No, you ain't. The devil is a lie. No, you not, because they got a whole different kind of sun down there. You come back dog with that Jones. Talking about you just figuring out with Georgia. I told you I'm from Georgia. I had to drive all them states. All those states. I mean, you know, you can't go no lower than Florida. But I was in Georgia, and I come through South Kakalaki, North Kakalaki, Virginia, and now I'm in Maryland. I went to Virginia too. Mm-hmm. You got it now?
So you know about LA then too?
LA?
Uh-huh.
Who it is?
Lower Alabama.
Lower Alabama. I thought you were talking about like LA and Babyface that be singing or something like that. I don't know about that.
Oh, you don't know about it?
No.
Okay. Come visit LA.
Okay, well just send an invite.
Okay, I see.
You got the call? Okay, I told the lady over there, I'm sending her to Jesus. I'm on the main line. Call me, tell me what you want. I'll come on through for you. Okay? All right now, hallelujah. Woo! Praise him. Good job. I'm all right, y'all. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody that made it out and everything for this tasting elegance. You know, we're a couple tables short, but it is all in good faith. We tried to make it a packed house. Everybody want to do their own thing. They want to be all booed up and it's a little cold outside. No problem. We make it. But when they see the pictures, watch the next time. Watch the next time. They're like, oh, this was nice, eh? Tell me it's going to be all that. See what you missed. We got him. We got him, doctor. We got him. We get him next time and everything. Speaking of which, y'all, once again, we'd like to thank the band, Isaac Parham and friends, who was getting it in and everything. You know, sexual chocolate. Woo! Sexual chocolate. Say it again. Wasn't they good, y'all? They was doing that thing. They was up there just... I said, all right, now showing off and everything. It's all right. And the vendors and all, if you ain't done, you know, if y'all haven't had a chance to go around and see the vendors, make sure you get around, get a little something, pass out a card, get a card. You know how we do. We got the network, y'all. Support our own. A to the man. A to the man. All right, I'm going to make sure now. Don't get dead on me now. So we're going what we all came here for and everything besides just getting the food in your bellies. And what we thought was alcohol, come to find out it was just sparkling cider. Was anybody else surprised besides me? I thought I was doing something special. I said, well, they got champagne here. And I hit that thing like, oh. This ain't no alcohol in this drink. See, times like that, that's when you got to bring your own, right? That's all right, no problem. I know next time I'm going to have to dip that. Matter of fact, y'all think it's a joke. I can dip them. I can dip them with the best. Doctor, I ain't want to do it, but they forced my hand. I had to let them know I'm ready. When it comes times get hard, you got to be ready. You go big or you go home. You know, but I just keep it. Hey, don't see that? Ain't nothing but a little holy water. That's all, just because you got to, that's all, just a little holy water. I started to put some of that communion wine in there. Then I could have went out there and got me a few crackers and all. That would have been good, right? You can't have the blood without the body. A to the man? A to the man. Won't he do it? All right now, all right. Lord have mercy. All right, so now, y'all, I want to introduce y'all to a lady, or introduce to some, present to others. This wonderful woman, that she is so active in the community. I mean, she's done a little bit of everything. She sent me a whole bunch of stuff of what she did. And I was like, whoo, child, I just want to tell y'all, she a bad woman. She a bad woman. If you don't know, you got to get to know her. She can sing. She an author. She got the book out. And then what's the name of the book? What's the book back there say?
Don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid. He's working on you. Huh?
Don't be afraid. He's preparing
He's preparing you. I said he's working on you. I knew something like that. Yeah, don't be afraid. He's preparing you. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. And she done worked out with the community and everything. Her organization, they done saved like 5 people from suicide and everything, to work with thousands of people, entrepreneurs and people trying to get their business off the ground, and you feel like you can't do it, you procrastinating and everything, and she here to let you know and motivate. She's a motivational speaker, y'all. And when she tell you to do it, you got to do it. Y'all hear what I'm saying? You don't block your blessings. And that lady, she's powerful, and she gonna let y'all know what it is. All right? And when she got that saying, I had it written down somewhere. But you got a saying, it ain't what you're going through, it's what you think. What did it say, Miss Hack? It ain't what you're going through, it's how you do it. Did I get it right? I got it all right now. That's what I'm talking about. Ain't no pictures. Wait. I just playing with y'all. She went out the back pocket with her. So anyway, y'all, without further ado, we got a lot of things we can say about her, but she's going to tell you herself all the wonderful things that she can do. Y'all ready? Want me to wait? Y'all got y'all seat. I told y'all ready? Community service, y'all ready? Yeah, that means they work for free. That way, we are. And I understand you, doctor. Get them all where you can. So without further ado, y'all, I'd like to introduce present the others. Dr. Tony Haddon. Come on up to your thing, baby. Come on out.
Again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. And just to give you a little bit about who I am. Number one, Tasting Elegance is a combination of 4 women who came together, and thank you. And we decided, we're empty nesters. We just became empty nesters, I'll say within a year and a half. And we decided to come together and create live events to support other people, because when we came together, we came together with some common ground. You ever meet somebody and you feel like you know them? Or you just connect like your family, and all of a sudden the relationship just grows, and years go by and you're still friends, and your kids are growing up together. So that's how we connected, and we homeschooled together. So when we met, our kids were 4, and now this year they'll be 20. That's how long we've been friends. That's my son right there. He's friends with Yolanda's identical twin girls, who's friends with Rosetta's daughter, who's friends with Tishette's daughter. So they'll all be 20 this year. That's how long we've been friends. But relationships are a big deal when it comes down to how far you can go in your life. You know, you can't run with everybody. You can't roll with everybody. Everybody don't get you, your conversation, your language. But when you meet somebody who you click with, somebody you can grow with, somebody who supports you and has your back, that's a jewel, and you definitely want to keep them in your space. So Tasting Elegance is a combination of all 4 of us coming together, but we all have our own individual businesses. So I used to host radio for Radio 1, and I'm an author, I'm a speaker and coach. I support other people in writing their books and starting their businesses and things like that. And like Mr. Brown said, to date, The Attractive Thinker is my business. The Attractive Thinker has prevented 5 suicides. I mean, as a coach, people call me and they're in distress and they're going through things, but it was 5 different times throughout my business career that I had encountered these things. So the attractive thinker, you might say, well, what is that? It's a person who has vision, just like you, who can see beyond. It's an ability that you have developed to see beyond what you're looking at. And then you have the courage. It takes a lot of courage to focus on something that is invisible until you begin to manifest that. What could that be? It could be a business or a book idea or something you want to do with your life, how far you want to go in life and things like that. But it takes courage to focus on that because you don't really see that in the physical. You know, these physical things that we see, these circumstances, they're like distractions. So we don't really see that. And in the course of a day, you can lose sight of your goal. and then easily fall back into the mediocrity or, living a normal, average, routine, mundane life and not stirring up the gifts within you. So the Attractive Thinker movement is really about developing that mental muscle to keep it strong enough so you can hold on to what you said you were going to do. So I want to shine the light for you. I want to make. Where's Marlon? Which one? Okay, I'm sorry. There we go. Thank you. Just to give you an idea of some of the things that I've been blessed to accomplish. So you want to write this website down. When you visit the website, put your email there and check your email there. You're going to receive a series of 5 videos, one each day. And they're going to support you in developing that mental muscle so you can see beyond your obstacles and get that clarity that you need so you can really lock in your focus and accomplish the things that you set out to do. Just to give you an idea of some of the things that I've been blessed to accomplish. On the far left, that was like one of my first CDs called Your Lady. On the extra far left, at the top left, I just released that song. It's a Christmas song called Solemn Worship. It's actually back there on my table as well. And below that, while I was hosting radio for Radio 1, I received an honorary doctorate for the transformation that I provide to the community. It was so unexpected. And that's what I want to share. We have goals, but you never know what's on the path to that goal. That's what we can't anticipate. So I'm saying that because I don't want you to get stuck when pursuing your goals, because we can get stuck in our own reality, keep rewriting the plan, keep rewriting it and hesitating because you can't figure out how it's going to happen. The how part is so complicated and so abundant that we won't be able to figure that out. Like you coming to the event tonight, you had no idea who you would meet or the experience that you would have. That's the icing on the cake. But getting here was the goal, right? And that's how it is with writing your book. It's impossible to anticipate everything you're going to encounter along the way. So they call it not getting stuck in the analysis of paralysis. Getting stuck in trying to figure it all out. What you want to do is just release it. So I started releasing things. I was like, forget it. I can't keep going around in my head with this. Let me just create the idea. So I decided to just live from my heart and let my head go on about its business, right? And you just start creating stuff. Like at the bottom right, I was asked to start my own radio program, the Attractive Radio program for Radio 1. And I did that for like 2 years. Up at the top left, there's one of my first books I wrote, Don't Be Afraid, He's Preparing You, and that's on the table back there. But I want to tell you something about that book in a second, but this book here on the right, The Attractive Thinker in the Lens, that's what Mr. Brown was trying to say. It's not what you're going through, but how you're viewing it. That's my latest book. It's about to come out within the next 3 weeks. So I'm just sharing this with you to give you an idea. These are some attractive thinkers. We had an Attractive Thinker Day, which is in October. And I bought up a lot of T-shirts. As you can see, the bottom left, I have a T-shirt called I Am Fantastic and Amazing. And I went to the supermarket with that T-shirt on, and there was a lady. She was knelt down stocking the shelves. And she happened to look up at me, and she read the shirt. She was like, oh, my God, yeah, that's right. That's cool. She said, we need those T-shirts around here. She said, because the morale is so low. You never know where you go. People need a boost and a lift, and that's what we are. We are the light. So when you go out into the world and you're smiling and you're happy, people need to see that because it gives them hope that they can too be smiling and happy and enjoy their lives. So we went down to the Inner Harbor, if you can see at the top left, and I just started giving out T-shirts. I didn't sell them. I didn't want to be bothering with people and money and all that. I was like, let's just give these away. And people just started coming around us and groups were passing by. Can we have some T-shirts? We were just snapping pictures because I wanted to inspire people to think attractively. If there's nothing else that you can get from the Attractive Thinker message, is to think attractively. So on the top right, I was showing my clients how to read Braille with the National Federation of Blind. I'm going to tell you about that story in a little bit. But on the bottom right, Naila is like my classic client. If you could see both of those pictures of her, on the far left was when she first started in one of my coaching programs. On the far right was when she started attending my Tasting Elegance programs. Can you see the difference? When her light came on, when she started to really fully live and step into her life. So that's what coaching does. And I want to say that because as a coach, when I first started coaching, I would hear these statistics about coaching and in different communities and groups of people and entrepreneurs and why we hesitate to get coaches. If you do not get a coach, you will not reach your fullest potential. You will not reach your fullest potential. And I share that because if you look on your table in the centerpiece, you see the bubbles there? So those bubbles came in little packages, and they look like little seeds. I mean, like I'm trying to think of a really, really tiny seed. It was even smaller than a grain of rice. And I put them in water, and they said leave them in there for 6 to 8 hours. So that's what I did, and when I came back, they were like that. But I did it again because it wasn't enough to fill everything, right? So I did it again. That time I didn't put enough water in there, and it looked like they were ready because there was no more water in the bottom of the pan, but they were very, very small. I said, oh, this must be a defective package. What happened? And it dawned on me. I did not provide those water bees with enough capacity, enough water for them to reach their capacity. And I took a picture. If you go to my Facebook page, I posted it there. They're the tiny little bees that were trying to reach their capacity. And there were these bees right here that were fat and juicy and plump and round. And immediately, as an attractive thinker, I got a story behind that. When you plant yourself in an environment that can't handle your growth, it will stunt your growth. And that is frightening to me, to think that I could be greater and my environment is keeping me small. Is that not frightening? Does that not scare anybody else but me? When I think about things, think about it. There's greatness in you. Let me share this. The you that you are now is not the end. Does that make you think like, wow, well, what else could I be? Who else could I become? How far could I really go? What else could I do? And those are the kinds of thoughts that attractive thinkers think because we know that there's no end to us. There's more. Every time you get a thought, you get another one. Where does that come from? There's more, right? So when I looked at those water bees, I was like, man, environment really matters. Where you plant yourself really matters. And sometimes you wonder why you can't produce your goals. It's nothing wrong with you or the goal. It could be the wrong environment. And I used to tell my clients this. I said, stop what you're doing in that environment. Do the same thing. Don't change nothing about what you're doing. Do the same thing somewhere else and watch what happens. We are killing ourselves trying to make things happen, and we won't change the environment. We're still trying to hold on to these friends that ain't helping us get nowhere. Okay. And it's killing us. Things should come easy. The idea came easy. You didn't work for it. So why is it such a struggle to create it? That's not normal. That's not natural. So when it becomes a struggle to create an easy idea, you have to start checking your environment. Like, where am I planted? Like, is anything growing here? When you step into an environment, you got to look and say, wait a minute, is anything growing here? Do I see any plants? Is anything green? Or are things dying? And I'm trying to grow. And I think I'm so strong. Oh, I can handle it. Oh, I'm good. I can handle it. And you're just killing yourself, just going nowhere fast. Just killing yourself. All we have to do is plant ourselves in an environment that is rich. Rich soil. That's why I invited you here today. Great minds that cultivate amazing ideas. Think about that. So while you're sitting there, I want you to just write down one goal. One goal, because we're going to use it. You don't have to think about, oh my gosh, you're going to call me up to the stage. No, we're going to use it. I just want you to write down one goal. One goal that you've been desiring to accomplish, may have not put any action towards it yet, or one goal that you've been struggling to accomplish and you're kind of afraid or you're doubting, you don't think it's going to happen. I've spoken on several platforms. If you look at the top, that's Kim Coles. Is that from Living? She's from Living Color, right? Kim Coles. I speak on a lot of different platforms. I get asked to. On the bottom left, I was in D.C. Being interviewed on a radio show. The bottom right, I think I was in Prince George's County. But in the middle, my father wrote a Christmas book, and I self-published it for him and sang on that CD. It's amazing. It's a read-along, sing-along coloring book. I mean, it's a lot for little kids to do. At the top, 3 books that I helped somebody help 3 different people self-publish. In the middle is a recipe book. On the far left, Lifetime, My Life in Real Time, short stories with long lessons. And on the far right, that's my latest book that I've helped someone accomplish. But that book is incredible. A 19-year-old boy wrote that book. He decided that during his winter break, he didn't want to do what all of his friends were doing, being booed up, you know, hanging out, watching movies, playing games. He said, I want to do something during my winter break that's going to be lasting and make a difference. He wrote the book. I said, if you write it, I know how to publish it. I said, if you write it, I'll help you do it. He wrote it in 1 week, and he gave it to me, and I took off with it, and he went back to school from winter break with the book in his hand. Yeah. 19 years old. So we know how far books can go. I'm in the business of creating and living and leaving a legacy. Not just creating it and leaving it. I want to live it. Creating, living, and leaving a legacy that speaks when I no longer can. How do you do that? How do you do that? It has to be written, recorded, or video and audio. So that means you get to exist in 2 different worlds. So whenever somebody wants to see you or hear you, or they can go get your book. They can go on YouTube and watch your videos. They can listen to your audios. That's our responsibility. If we've come through so many things in our lives and we have lessons that we've learned from it, that's what this book is about. It's called Someone. His college experience, life lessons that he's learned in college. And he's just in his 2nd year of college. And he wrote that book. So we want to get in the business of not being average, not being normal, and really saying, wait a minute, you're right, Dr. Tony. I'm supposed to be doing something. I'm supposed to be creating something. I'm a leader. You know, if you're the go-to person and people are always coming to you for ideas, you're a leader. And we are responsible as leaders to create and produce because it's not just for us. It inspires others to do the same. You have no idea. If you create that goal that you have, who's watching you and who will be set free because you did it? They won't do it until they see you do it. And they're hoping, secretly hoping. They're not going to be your cheerleader, rah-rah, oh, I'm so excited and proud of you. No, but secretly inside, like, God, please let her do what she said she was going to do. We got to do it. We got to do it. So you wrote down your goal, right? Then I want you to write down 3 questions that have been holding you back that you'd like to have an answer today on a separate piece of paper, because that one, you're going to bring that one to me. I'm going to have them collect that. 3 questions that are holding you back that you definitely need an answer to today. Okay? Think about it. I mean, think about it. That thing that's on your mind when you go to bed and that's on your mind when you wake up, or that thing that you just decided it's not going to happen. Think about it. You know, 3 questions that you really need an answer to. Or that you feel like would really get you up and moving. If I could just find out, or if I just need an answer to, or if I could just get somebody to help me with, you know, what would that be? What do you want to know? I mean, it might be a health and wellness question. It might be an entrepreneurial question. It might be a mindset question. It might be a repetitive thought question. Dreams don't die. People do, but dreams don't die. Dreams don't die. They are right where you left them. And I guarantee you, if you go right back to that notepad and start writing that book, you're going to pick up that energy again and that inspiration, and you'll be able to finish. So as soon as you're finished, just raise your hand, and Jachette will collect them. Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. I'll leave that there. Awesome. And you can still raise your hand when you finish. So here's a disclaimer. So I would like everybody to stand. If you're finished writing, I would like everybody to stand, because we need to get into the energy of this. And this is what I want to share. We're not trying to get anywhere in our lives. The very thing that we want, all we have to do is step into the energy of it. Thank you so much. Step into the energy of it, and we'll begin to manifest that. So I want us to say the disclaimer together. Is everybody ready? Yes. Okay, so I want you to say, you're not saying this for me, and you're not saying it because I'm asking you to say it. I want you to say it and feel it. I want you to say it and believe it. I want you to say it and anticipate it, because it's going to manifest in your life. One of the things I've realized is that when we say things, they're just things. They're just words. Until we put our heart in it. Your heart is the fuel. It's the meat and bones of those words, and they begin to manifest. Have you ever said to your kid, you better get this stuff up off this floor, because I've done it. You better get this stuff up off this floor, and they don't pay you no mind. You come back in the room again, they got that stuff on the floor, and then you go in the room and step on one of their jacks. I told you I got that stuff. You see the difference? And they running trying it because they know mommy mean it now. You see what I'm saying? So I want you to say this with your own conviction. This ain't got nothing to do with me and these people in this room. This is everything to do with you as an individual. I'm about to enter into a whole new world. Life as I've known it no longer exists. I'm about to see things totally differently. My perception is shifting. I can feel my anticipation rising. I am so glad that I came tonight. This moment right here is my defining moment. I'll never be the same. I'll never be the same. I'll never see myself or life experiences the same way again. I'll never go back to being the same person and doing things the same old way. I'm leaving here tonight with a new perspective, a new outlook, a new calling on my life, a new reason to jump out of the bed in the morning. And as a new person, everything in my life has brought me to this moment right here, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about it. I am excited about it. Yes, thank you. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go really quick because I have a lot that I want to share, okay? The greatest love of all is about self-love. It's about self-love, okay? So for starters, let's just keep the main thing the main thing. In order to love yourself, you must take the time to get to know yourself, right? How many times have we tried to get to know other people and we really don't even know those same things about ourselves? We spend a lot of time meeting with people, setting appointments with people, running here and there, and not even having time for ourselves and afraid to spend 5 minutes with ourselves. So self-love is about putting you first. So name 3 things that are simply incredible about you. Sometimes we have a hard time talking about what's good about us. So this is a round table discussion. Keep your other questions because I'm going to use them. You got to engage with the people in your circle and name 3 things that are incredible about you. Where's Isaac? Because I need some music. Oh, Marlon, can you play some music for me? That's okay. Thank you. Name 3 things that are incredible about you. Round table discussion. Thank you, Tisha. What's incredible about you? I'm incredible. I'm incredible. What's incredible about you? What do people compliment you on all the time? I know that's right, Jason. What's not incredible about me? What is incredible about you?
Well, I don't know what it is that she wanted me to say, but I will say this. She is such an attractive thinker. And I went out on my lunch break one day and I heard her on the radio. And I would almost try to break my neck to get out there at that time to hear her on the radio. And I did meet her once before. She had a event that several ladies came to that particular night. And this will be the second time that I've seen Dr. Tony in many years, but she never gives up on you. Not on me. She constantly reaches out and connects and invites me to come out of my comfort zone. And I decided as soon as I saw the email about this event, I immediately purchased my ticket. It is unusual for me to come to an event like this by myself. But because you are such an attractive thinker, you motivated me to come out tonight, and I am so glad that I came. It's because of you. And I love her attractive thinking.
Thank you, Rhonda. Good to see you. We have a gift for Rhonda. Like she said, Rhonda was our first ticket holder, and she's been on my messages, my emails all the time, and she's always responding. So this gift is from Sequoia, and everybody's going to get a $15 off coupon from the gift that Rhonda is getting, so you'll be able to visit the store yourself. But Sequoia is olive oil and balsamic vinegar and any flavor that you can imagine. They have it there. They also have organic grass-fed meats, and they raise their own animals. I mean, it's a phenomenal place. So when you get your, when you leave today, everybody's getting a red envelope. In the envelope is a $15 off coupon for you to go in there and make your purchase. It's a very healthy store, and I collaborated with a lot of businesses that are healthy to support my clients and my guests, okay? But you have an amazing gift in here. You have the olive oil that I love, and you have the balsamic vinegar that I love, and a $25 coupon to go and get some more, okay? Thank you for coming. You were our first ticket holder. You didn't know that.
I jumped right on it.
And we jumped up when you did. Oh, okay, great. So I was sharing with everyone that Rhonda is our first ticket holder, and we met years ago. I don't know, maybe 5 or 6. It's been a while. But I send out emails regularly, and Rhonda's on my email list. She's always been constant, and every now and then she would send me an email, let me know how she's doing, let me know how she loves our emails and how it's blessing her and things like that. So I knew she was still out there. I knew she was still connected. And every time she would send me an email, she was like, I'm still thinking attractively. She said, I like that attractive thinking. So I knew that, it was making a difference in her life. But when we started to promote this event, Rhonda was our first ticket holder. She decided, and I saw the email that you sent me. You said, it's an act of self-love. I'm coming by myself.
Yes.
And that's what you didn't even know that's what we were going to be talking about tonight.
No,
self-love.
I didn't, but I did see it in I did see that in the information that was sent out, and it caught my attention. I have really changed in the last couple of days that I amazed myself over small things. Something as simple as I got at work yesterday, and I don't need any new checks. I have about 5 or 6 books at home, but the carrier constantly sends me email. I hadn't gotten one in a while. And they sent it with the standard one that I get, and all of a sudden there was a vision of a different check. I said, I don't need checks. And I looked at it, and I changed my mind. I said, I'm going to order these checks. I'm going to use the first one, and I'll put it away. I'm going to do something different. And the checks are a different color. It's lively. And I sat there at my desk, and I just was, doing that because I knew I made a small change. I didn't go with what I normally do. I've been using these same checks for 5 or more years. Well, I'm not using them like that. I've got another set, and I've ordered them today. So it's little things like that that lets me see I'm changing how I view things.
Absolutely.
Yes, I'm going to be different.
Thank you, Rhonda.
Thank you.
You look beautiful too. I like what she said. It's the small things, the little changes, because that's what makes all the difference in the world. I mean, if I'm looking straight ahead, if I do like that subtle change changes my whole perspective of everything. So don't, minimize the small changes. We're supposed to celebrate those. Okay, you talked about 3 things that were incredible about you. That's a start. That's, a form of self-love, because we always praise everybody else. When was the last time you walked up to somebody and said, I am fantastic and amazing, I'm incredible, you really want to get to know me? So when you really start seeing yourself in that light, that's what's going to take place. So another thing that I wanted to share with us is the act of self-love. In order for you to love yourself, you must get to know yourself. So you got to sit down and ask yourself some really good questions. And one of the things that I've discovered is that I'm not my thoughts. See, that can really block people. That can really keep you stuck. You are not your thoughts. You are the observer of them. What? You can change it any time. So instead of us thinking that, I keep having these repetitive bad thoughts, I must be a bad person. No, you are observing those thoughts. So you get to dictate which one of those thoughts that you want to meditate on and which ones you want activated in your life, and you can throw the other ones away. You know how we do on that cell phone? Swipe, swipe, swipe. We can swipe them thoughts, right? So what is a mindset and how did mine get programmed? So those are one of the things I had to figure out. I'm a truth seeker, so I ask a lot of questions of myself, and I sit and I sit and I sit and I wait for answers until I go deeper and deeper and discover, because that's where the treasure is. It's in the deep. It's not on the surface, right? So I asked myself a lot of questions. One of the things I've discovered is that no one taught mindset. Did they teach that in school? No. No one taught subconscious programming. No one taught mental ability, or that you have the control over your thoughts and not the other way around. So if nobody taught that, what are we doing? We're all running on autopilot. We're doing all kinds of stuff on autopilot. And who are we really? Are we really ourselves, or are we really an imposter of ourselves? Or, who are we, right? If we were programmed. So I started thinking and looking into that. So you go throughout life thinking that every thought is you, or you can't reach your goals because no one around you is striving for theirs, or because you keep talking yourself into and out of what you really want, then there's something wrong with you, or everyone else is deserving of success and not you. See, that's a self-love issue. When you have self-love, you've mastered these kinds of internal conversations. So you said, until you discover that there are, that's what I did. I had to discover that there were 2 of me. And then I thought about, there's more than 2 of me. There's a mental me and emotional me. See, we address the physical us more than anything. And the mental, we're starving the emotional part of ourselves and the mental part of ourselves, the intellectual part of ourselves. When you're a great mind and you're not around great minds, you are starving the intellectual part of yourself to the bone. Your intellectual self is sitting there like a skeleton. It's a slow death, yes. And then when you get around people who are going somewhere, the movers and the shakers, all of a sudden you get inspired and you feel that fire. That's an indication, but we don't really pay attention to that fire that's inside of us. So the subconscious mind, who knows what a subconscious mind is? 1, anybody else know what a subconscious mind is? 2, I didn't know. I started doing, I said, 3. I said, subconscious mind, what is that? So it's a pre-programmed mind that unconsciously runs in the background, making at least 90% of your daily decisions. Don't you think we need to know that? When I found that, I was like, whoa. I said, I need to know something is going on inside of me and nobody told me about it. The subconscious mind, meaning you have a conscious mind and you have a subconscious mind. So if you really want to know why you're doing things, you have to address the subconscious mind. And even with your goals, when you set a new goal, have you ever been to an event and you get all the packages and the information, the conference and the CDs in the bag and the program and all this and that, and you go home and try to implement it and you get stuck? That's because your conscious mind was ready, but you didn't notify your subconscious mind that you decided to do something new. Because that program is running on repeat. You already told your subconscious mind what to do by your daily behaviors, actions, and things like that. So if we really want to go to another level, we got to get in there. I'm going to show you how to get in there and change some things. So how does it get programmed? Okay, repetition. You remember when we were in school, we say, and during the spelling test, we would say, yesterday, yesterday. And we would walk around the room saying it out loud, and then when we take the test, you could still hear yourself saying it. That was repetition. Repetition is a way to reprogram the subconscious mind. Reprogramming it in a direction that you want to go in. So the subconscious mind is programmed through repetition, saying, hearing, doing something over and over and over again. Like those commercial jingles. I guarantee you, if I start singing the jingle, y'all going to finish it for me. Because it's programmed in there, right? So I did that. I ran around in circles until I understood that the subconscious mind says, oh, because see, if you do something over and over and over again, have you ever driven home and not know how you got there? That's a classic example of what I'm talking about. Your subconscious mind took over and you were able to check out. So if that's the case, are we checking out in our lives and something else is doing this stuff for us? Something else is attracting these people that ain't good for us? Something else is making decisions. Something else is making me eat this stuff that I said I didn't want to eat. Something else is making these decisions. So if we keep doing it over and over and over, we're telling our subconscious mind, because remember, if you might want to write this down, the language, how you communicate to your subconscious mind is through repetition. It's not through words. It's not through talking. It's through doing something over and over and over and over and over. And your subconscious mind gets the message. That's the language, repetition. It says, oh, let me help you out. Since you're doing that over and over and over, let me put that in autopilot. Let me dial that in so you can step back and I'll keep doing it for you. So now you want to stop doing it and you can't because you programmed yourself to do it. But there's a way out of it. It's called repetition. If you repeated yourself into it, you can repeat yourself out of it. So who knew, right? That's what I said. I was like, I said, why are they teaching this stuff? So the problem was that I didn't know about it. And when I found out about it, as a truth seeker, you want to know, you ask a lot of questions. When I found out about it, I started telling everybody about it. So I started telling my clients about it. So now that you know how your subconscious mind got programmed, you can also program it in a direction that you want to go in your life. Shift back control, just like that stick shift in your car. When you want to get to the next level, you got to shift gears, right? So you got to shift back control. Life, list one goal. Okay, you listed one. Okay, that one goal. Okay, right. Okay, that goal. This is the opportunity right here to start working on that. That one goal that you have. Now I want you to create a sentence, one sentence with I am in it that supports that goal. One sentence with I am in it. It could be if your goal is to be an author. Your one sentence could be I am a world-renowned best-selling author. Don't hesitate. Don't bite your tongue when you say that. Don't try to figure it out. It ain't up to us to figure that out, how you gonna get there. What our job is, what happened? Oh, did I miss something? Our job, okay. Maybe I don't know everything right. Lord, have mercy. Oh, it looks beautiful here. Look at our lights on the centerpieces. Look at the fireplace outside, y'all. It looks beautiful. Where's the photographer? You got to capture what happened just now. Hurry up before they turn the lights on. Oh, my gosh. Yes. This is a perfect opportunity to talk about the dark. Great things are born out of the dark.
Only when it's darkest can you see the
stars. Only when it's dark can you see the stars. This is amazing how this just happened. It was meant for us to experience that. So even in your life when it gets dark, it's still some light. You just have to gravitate towards the light. Don't keep complaining about what you can't see. Gravitate to what you can see. There is hope. There is always a glimmer of hope somewhere. Always. It's a perception shift. You have to choose. It's a choice. You have to choose. Say, you know what? Yes, it's dark out here, but I see the light. If that's the only little bit of light I got, I'm grateful for it because I don't have to have that. I didn't have to have that. It could have been black dark when those lights went out. We wouldn't have been able to see nothing. Oh, wasn't that awesome? Oh, my gosh. Yes, I just want to thank God for that. Woo! That was amazing. That mic stayed on though, didn't it? Didn't it? That mic stayed on though. That's amazing. And what did I say? These are the beautiful things that God drops along the way that we cannot anticipate. So don't sit there racking your brain trying to figure out how you're going to reach your goal. It's not up to you. Release it. Do it and release it. He knows how to make you successful. He knows how to make your thing happen. I could never anticipated that, but it got really beautiful in here, didn't it? That was incredible. That was incredible. So see, that's how you see how the screens went up. That's how God takes control. He said, went right on back up. That means I'm in control. Experience what I'm about to do. That was amazing. So that's how that's going to happen in our lives. So sometimes you have to surrender. You got to just let it go. You know, sometimes, you know, especially as a new entrepreneur, when things didn't go my way, or I was on a stage and I missed saying something that I wanted to say, and I felt a certain way about it. But I've grown as an entrepreneur to understand that it's his thing anyway. And whatever he wants to do, I'm just the vessel. Whatever he wants to do, so you have to step back and allow. It's not about you. You have to allow. You're a vessel. You're here to help people. You're here to shine the light with people in darkness. And as soon as they see the light, they're going to come by the multitude. They're just following the light. They're not following you. They're just following the light. So I hope that, I know I'm not going to be able to get through my, y'all just saw my vision board. Y'all just saw my vision board. I've had that on my laptop for a couple of years now with Oprah and Folo Rancho Alakeisha. She's a very wealthy woman. She started with Supreme Stitches, and she, is into oil and things like that. So I've been following. You can find her on YouTube. Folo Rancho Alakeisha is her name. So I was on my laptop and I was babysitting my niece one time, and she was probably about 10, and she looked at it. She's like, "Oh, Aunt Tony, why are you not on TV like them women right there?" I said, "I don't know. I don't know how to get on no TV." She said, "All you need is an agent." She's 10. She said, "Oh," and she had me think. I was like, "Why didn't I think about that?" She said, "All you need is an agent." But that's my vision board, and you got to keep images around you to support your dream. How in the world are you going to accomplish your vision and the images around you are contrary? I'm a visual person. I mean, I'm stimulated by what I see. I got to see it. I can see. When people speak to me in words, I see pictures. That's how I coach my clients. So they're talking, Dr. Tony, and I let them talk, and the whole time I'm seeing the picture. I said, "So you think it's this, but can I ask you something? Could this be true?" And they'd be like, "I never thought of that." I said, "Because I saw those pictures while you were talking. You were painting pictures with your words." So, okay, you have the one goal. Oh, did you write this sentence? That was where we left off at, wasn't it? So maybe this is your defining moment. That one goal that you wrote down, I want you to create it, turn it into a sentence that says, "I am." If the goal was to finish writing your book, I want you to turn it into a sentence like, "I am a world-renowned transformational author." And no matter how it feels when it comes out of your mouth, write it anyway. Okay? Speak it into existence. So we talked about that, how you do the repetition with like the spelling words. We talked about that. So I want to show you. I showed you how to overwrite the old program through repetition. So you already know. And you don't have to wait and say, "Well, I wonder what I got to overwrite." You just heard a negative thought in this room since you've been in here. So all you have to do is rewrite that negative thought. If the thought says, "You can't make it," you need to start writing down, "I can make it." What the teacher said in school, write your spelling words 20 times. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. I can make it. 20 times until you start believing it. And then your subconscious mind will say, "Oh, she can make it. Let me help her make it." Or he can make it. That's what the job of the subconscious mind is. It is to help you, but it is hindering you if you don't know how to program it. It's just like your GPS. Your GPS is designed to help you, right? But how many times we got lost because we didn't know what we were doing with that GPS, right? Where's Mr. Brown? There he gone. Okay, so we talked about self-love. Oh, I want to tell you my story real quick. 10 minutes. Okay, let me tell you my story real quick. And I brought my story in right after we started talking about self-love because you have to love yourself before life knocks on your door. Because if you don't know who you are and life knocks on your door, it can wipe you out. It can have you thinking all kinds of crazy things about yourself. When I was about 19 or 20 years old, and October 17, 1987, my firstborn son was diagnosed with bilateral retinoblastoma, cancer in the retina of both of his eyes. And by the time he was 5, we had to make a decision to have his eyes removed in order to save his life. And again, I had just gotten married. I was 19. My husband was 20, and we had this baby who we were fighting for his life. And in the book I wrote, "Don't Be Afraid, He's Preparing You," is my son's journey. So in the first parts of the book, I started expressing how I really felt, what really happened to me that day. And again, defining moments can turn your life all the way around. The things that used to be important, they get to take the back seat. And the things that weren't, that were in the back seat, now they're driving. They're the priority, right? So in the first parts of the book, I just started sharing how I felt. I felt like you know how sometimes you walk down the street, you see an old red, and you just kick it to the side? That's how I felt. I was like, how? I said, I don't even know what this is. Like, where did this come from, and why me? Why now? And what in the world? The closest I had ever come to a blind person was my own child. I had never even experienced a blind person before. So I went from in an instant when a doctor says something. So you might want to write that down. Words have the tendency to shift your life, shift the lens through which you look, through which you view life. All he did was say words to me. He didn't touch me. He didn't do anything to me. He didn't take me anywhere. He didn't abuse me. And he spoke words. He said, "Mrs. Hatton, your son has bilateral retinoblastoma, and we don't have a cure for this. The only cure that we have is to remove both of his eyes." And my world, just like a snow globe, just went crazy. And I heard him. He was like this. I heard him talking. But something happened in me when he said that to me. And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at my baby, and I'm looking at him, and I'm looking at my baby. I'm like, maybe we need to start again. We need to back this up and start again. What did you just say? Do you know if you remove his eyes, he won't be able to see? And you said it just like you were saying, we're having chicken dinners downstairs for $5. So that story, my experience, that story, I had to have a strong self-love in order to handle something like that. When life knocks on your door, you don't have time to go get it together. You don't have time to go figure out who you are, right? So, of course, my son ended up surviving that. He did lose both of his eyes. And he's a music producer. He's been skiing in Colorado. He lived away from us for 10 years on his own in Virginia. He went and got his massage therapy certification. He's very independent. He goes out whenever he wants. When they got that Uber thing going, and that iPhone is amazing. He has an iPhone. It talks, and he dial Uber, and before you know it, he gone. He does exactly what he wants to do, but we had to go through something to get that. And I'm going to share something. When he came back, after being out there for 10 years, he came back because his younger siblings were growing up and everything. He didn't want to miss that. When he came back to Baltimore, I had to tell him, I said, you can't be walking out here like you used to by yourself. I said, it's changed. I said, it's not the same. I said, you're a black man in America. I said, my heart can't take it. I said, I see you coming and going. You got your cane, and you just go and you getting in people's cars and things. I said, it's changed. I said, it's a different day. I said, even with law enforcement, I said, there's a lot going on out here. And I said, the only way people know you blind is because you got that cane. I said, from the back, you look like an ordinary black man. So we went into this talk, and he let me talk, and he didn't say anything. And then he started talking. He said, so you raised me not to be afraid. Now you gonna try to scare me? I shut up. I didn't say anything. I said, no. Because if you start getting scared, you won't live your fullest life. I said, let me shut my mouth. I said, I'm just saying, I said, I'll be praying for you, but don't you start getting scared about nothing. I said, I just want you to be aware. So he is enjoying his life. That's a picture of him on the left when he was skiing in Colorado. At the upper right, the top was his graduation from massage therapy school. On the bottom right was when he went to a Blind Skills for Independence retreat. He was there for like a half a year in Colorado. And for graduation, he had to cook for 600 people. And I'm sorry, not 600 people, 60 people. In the middle are our 4 children. That's Kevin on the upper right. That's Carrington. He's in college studying law. Christopher on the bottom left, he just left for the military in January. So we just heard from him. I think we were on our 3rd letter. You know how they go away, you don't hear anything, and all of a sudden you get the mail and you think it's a letter in the mail, you think it's Christmas. So that's where the mode we're in now. We're military families. It's all new. I don't know the acronyms or nothing. People be saying things. I was like, what does that mean? And our daughter on the bottom left, she's a chef. So I just wanted you to get an idea of who we are as attractive thinkers, who you are as an attractive thinker, and what you can give birth to. It's locked up inside of you. While you're sitting there looking at me, it's locked up inside of you. You don't have to go outside of you and get nothing. Absolutely nothing. Whatever you think is stopping you is not stopping you. It's not. When we start developing that self-love and that self-belief and that trust, when you start, could it be that we don't trust ourselves anymore? Could that be it? Or could it be that we stop believing in ourselves? So if that's the answer, you mean believing in myself again would get me the things that I want? Or trusting myself? Sometimes you can go through so many things in life, you say, you know what, I don't need to trust myself to try again. That's a big statement. You gotta deal with that. Because if you don't trust you, how will anybody else? Right? So these are the deep things. And I'm sharing these things because I share truths that set people free. I'm not a surface person, sugarcoating things and just going with the flow. I really mean to help people get set free because there's greatness in all of us, and I cannot play small with this big life that God has given us. We're not here to play small. So how the lack of self-love can creep in. And this is just some things, because sometimes you may not know. You say, I love myself. I used to say it too, I love myself. But the things I did, putting everybody before myself, that's an act of self-love. Wearing yourself out with folks, giving your energy away, and you don't have none at the end of the day for yourself. Is that an act of self-love? You're feeling drained, yet you keep going without replenishing yourself. Is that an act of self-love? Trying to get someone else to know what you like and don't like, and you having to taking the time to get to know that about yourself, or not taking time to replenish, refresh, renew, and de-stress, or stepping outside of your comfort zone. We stay in our comfort zone. We play small, keep bouncing that ball. Oh, yeah. In the same small court. Yeah, or I got all the shots. I know how to, you know how to make the shots from a small standpoint because you've been doing that for 10 years. You're afraid to take 2 steps back. Now make the shot. Out of your comfort zone now. Of course you can make all the shots because you're in your comfort zone. So think about the questions that you ask someone when you're dating or trying to get to know them, like, what do you do? Have you ever asked yourself that? What do you do? Or have you always lived here? Or what do you enjoy the most? Or what do you like to do for fun? Or what inspires you? Have you ever set I tell my clients that they set dates. They have to take themselves out on a date, a real date. They get dressed. Just like if you were going out with somebody else, get dressed and go make the reservation. Don't take yourself to no place that's not where you wouldn't want somebody to take you. Do the real thing. Because if you want somebody else to do it, why wouldn't you do it for yourself? Why wouldn't you do it for yourself? You're worth it. Oh, that was the quote. I think you said it. Did you say that? No. You said when the lights went out, right? When in the dark is when you get to see the stars. So your commitment to yourself is one of the greatest. As soon as you shift to loving more of yourself, everything about your world changes. Trusting yourself, believing yourself. I guess it's time for a door prize. We got to give away some door prizes. Awesome. So I would like to know who in here. Oh, do we know who our last ticket holder was?
It was
Who was our last ticket holder? Rosetta, do you know? Oh, okay. We have a door prize for you. Awesome. Thank you for coming. Say it again. No. I don't know what's in there. Your name is Robin? Lamore. Okay. Please come. We have a beautiful gift for you. Let's see. Whose birthday is in February? Oh, we have a gift for you. Come on, Miss Esther. We have a gift for you. Let's come to the front. We have some gifts for our February birthdays. Happy birthday. Oh, yes. Oh, I guess you have to open your bag now. What's in your bag, Lamore? Come on, Miss Esther. Esther, turn around to the photographer. What's in your bag? Oh, that is pretty. Oh, yes, that's nice. I kept smelling it and smelling it. I know you smell it. It's beautiful. Yes, you can. Yeah, I think you have to untie the green, the bow on the top, yeah? It smelled up my whole foyer, and I kept saying, something over here smells nice. Untie that one. Yes. Pick up. Yeah, it's 9 of them in there. Pick it up. They're bath bombs, yes. It's 9 of them in there, and they smell delicious. Doesn't that smell divine? Thank you, India. We appreciate you. Oh, India. Oh, yeah, we got to get the picture. India is a therapist. Is that correct?
You're welcome. Hello, guys. So I am a marriage and family therapist. I've been doing this for about 10 years, and I have a practice in Pikesville where I help couples work on communication, conflict resolution, and with individuals, we work on things like anxiety and trauma. Work with a lot of veterans as well, so I'm happy to be here tonight. That's my husband in the back.
Awesome. Thank you for coming. So I want you to engage with our vendors, okay, after I finish with the presentation in a quick second. I want you to engage with the vendors. The vendors are here not just to sell stuff, but we handpick these vendors. They have some real paparazzi jewelry. I met Michelle at an event, and I asked her to come. I wear their jewelry all of the time. She has some really nice pieces over there, and they're very inexpensive. Please stop by Michelle's table before you leave. Even if you don't wear jewelry or you have enough jewelry, you can gift it to someone. She has some really amazing things. My lovable legs, where's Crystal? Okay, so I used to be a part of that business, and Cheryl, right here, I was at an event, I walked past Cheryl. Cheryl has a dynamic personality, an electrifying personality, and I was all dressed up like this, and who stops you at an event where you're dressed up like this and tells you to go in the bathroom and take those pantyhose off? And because she sells designer hosiery, and she had the perfect pair for me. I don't usually do that. I'm not going in the bathroom breaking all of this down in no nasty bathroom, right? So she had this nice pair of hosiery, and it lit the whole conference up. I got compliments everywhere, and I joined her business. Me and Cheryl have been friends ever since. Thank you for coming, Crystal. So please stop back, by the table, my lovable legs where Crystal is, and if you don't wear them, give them as a gift. They're dynamic hosiery, and they last a long time. Honestly, I have like over 100 pair. I'm serious. I have over 100 pair. I love those designer hosiery. And we have Staples back there. Has Staples already left for the evening? I hope you got your business journals. Who had a business journal? Did you like them? Yes. Oh, awesome. Wonderful. And a gift card. Awesome. Great. Okay. So we have a couple more door prizes to give away, and I want to do that really quick. Who really benefited from the little bit, I know it was a lot, but the little bit that I shared today? Who really benefited from that? Yeah. Okay. Would you invite somebody again?
Yes.
Did you bring some people back with you? Okay, awesome. Who is the youngest person? Who is the youngest person here?
Me. No, I'm kidding.
Isaac, come here for a second. I didn't hear what you said. You got to tell me up here. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Y'all coming up, I ain't forget y'all. Isaac is a trip. Let's give it up for the band, y'all. Y'all know the band. We wouldn't be here without the band. We love you, Isaac, and you're fantastic and amazing band. Every time I ask you to come and support us, you're always making yourself available, and we appreciate that. And you're talented band members, always, filling in the gaps. So thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Did you guys get something to eat and all of that? Okay, great. Okay, who's the youngest? Who's the youngest here? All right, come on, Alicia, stop arguing. Come on. Come on. It's time for a door prize. Awesome. Thank you for coming. What's in there? What's in there? Yeah, you have to take a picture. Oh, wow. That is pretty. Mm-hmm. Another scarf. Mm-hmm. Enjoy. Yeah, that is beautiful. Looking for it. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. Awesome. And who is the most, I don't want to say oldest because I don't call myself senior. Who is the senior? Who is the senior? Oh, don't everybody raise your hand at once. Okay, how old are you, Dad? This is my father. He's sharp. Andy, come up here, Dad. Come on up here. He is sharp. I got to put my shoes on. Brian, you got to take this picture. You can't take no picture with somebody looking like that with no shoes on. All right.
78 years old.
All right, Dad, we got a door for anybody in here over 78? See la. Ain't nobody saying nothing. Okay. Oh, Tishette, what about the red box? Okay, all right. I think that red box would be nice.
Is that a car in there? What?
What's that? These the keys, right? They're all the same, yeah. So hold it from the bottom, Tishette, and let that untie it. Yeah, untie it. Pull a ribbon, yeah. Mm-hmm. This is such a lovely gift. Take the cloth off. There you go.
Rabbit. He said a frog and a rabbit.
Oh, it's a crystal teacup. Isn't it beautiful?
Nice.
Oh my okay, wait a minute.
It's like, okay, I'm going to learn how to do tea, right?
He's going to learn today.
Oh my goodness. Isn't that gorgeous?
Isn't it? Oh, wow. I don't know the manufacturer, but it's a crystal tea set. Some of them come with saucers, and this one did not, but it came with the spoon.
Thanks a lot, Tom.
You enjoy it. Mm-hmm. You're welcome. Very nice. Do we have any more door prizes that we have to give away? As soon as we give away our door prizes, we're going to open back up the lobby for dessert. They have a nice little dessert station out there that you guys can enjoy. And I'm going to come down and mingle with everybody. I want to make sure we get some pictures and have some fun. And I really want to thank you all for coming out. Did you enjoy the evening? Yes. Great. So make sure you tell somebody else about it. Tasting Elegance. We host live events to support you in creating a holistic approach to a new vision. Okay. So I'm all out of door prize ideas, to be honest with you. So, Oh, there you are. See, she created her own. All right. Oh, absolutely. Look whose name I chose. Mine.
Jason. Get out of here.
I pulled it right out the bag. Yes, you get a door prize.
It's my own teacup.
Yeah. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that's the one with the saucer.
Yeah.
I got a red one. That's beautiful.
And it has a top.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
There's my leg right there.
Oh, that's a lid. I didn't know that. I'm not that expensive. You know. Try not to.
Y'all ready for your photo day too. So you can turn around to the photographer.
This is royalty right here.
Yeah, that's for all the sons. But look at that. You might as well get in it too.
Yeah, Tony, come on down
Yeah.
here. You all right?
Oh, you put down, Jay.
I'd like to just share a little small story with you in reference to my daughter. This is a story that it touches my heart every time I say it. But when she was a young girl, she had 3 episodes that could have taken her away from here. When Tony was about 2 years old, she was very inquisitive around the house, and she had a bobby pin, and she stuck it in the socket. And I came out the room and looked, and the fire was running up her fingers. And she's got 2 burnt fingers. I guess they're about healed by now. Another incident happened. She was in the car with me. We were at Edison Village Shopping Center. And I was turning up into the shopping center, and I heard her say, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy." When I looked, the door had come open. She was holding on to the door, and the top of her shoes were gone. She was dragging, holding on to the door. So another incident that was really, really scary. I used to drive over the road, tractor trailers over the road, and this particular night I came home. Instead of putting the truck away, I took the truck home with me. So that morning I got up to get in the truck to take it back to the job. Tony and his mother all were eating oatmeal in the kitchen. So I got in the truck and started up, and you know those things make a lot of noise. I heard someone scream. When I looked, I turned around and looked. My wife had her in her arms running out the door. Tony had sneezed eating oatmeal, and she couldn't breathe. So I ran back and I put my mouth over her mouth, and I was trying my best to draw it out of her. And my wife was screaming so loud, the neighbor was a nurse about 3 doors down. She ran out in her night clothes, and she took Tony and turned her upside down and hit her in the back. And I never heard someone scream so loud. She got her breath back. Those are the 3 times that I remember were some probably the worst times of my life. But I want to look past that now and to see what she's accomplished since then. She's drawn each of you together. She's sharing her knowledge and her information, and she's a very, very giving person. And one of her favorite sayings is, "My life message is to make your life better." She's always said that. I'm proud to be a father, been a father all of her life. I support everything she does. Everywhere she goes, I'm right there somewhere in the shadows. But what I'd like to say also is, this is a very critical time for people of color, I would say, because it seems like we always get the blood of the blow on everything. And I'm getting around to saying that we all should bring somebody to the polls this year to get out and vote, drag them and make them believe that no matter who they vote for, we got to do it. We got to clean this mess out of some of these offices and get somebody there that's conducive to what we like doing and what we're looking forward to. Yes. So that's my message for tonight, and I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dan. So our dessert stations are going to be open, and the questions that you submitted to me, this is what we're going to do. So what we're going to do, we're going to take your questions, and we're going to answer them by video. And I have all of your email addresses because you're on our email list, and we're going to send you videos with your answers. How about that? Would that be amazing? Okay, so Beyond the Break is our YouTube channel. Tishette actually has partnered with me, and Tishette has been partners like maybe 12 years. And we used to do drama and theater together. We used to write plays. Every morning at 6 o'clock we'd be up, and we would just let the spirit flow. We would just write all these productions. So we came together also during the Attractive Thinker radio program. A lot of times, Rhonda, when you heard me and the young lady you heard in addition to me was Tashette. We were going back and forth talking about a specific topic, so that's what we're going to do on our YouTube channel. So all of your questions are going to be answered, okay? Rosetta, you're holding up something? Got it. So everybody ready for dessert? Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much. Can we get some music, Mr. Band members? Hey, come on up here. Could you give it up for Rosetta and Yolanda and Tashette? Rosetta. Well, Tashette, you right here.
Did y'all have a good time? Yeah. I'm Tashette Bradshaw, visual encourager. You guys can find me at visualencouragement.com, where I got images that speak. I take visualizations and I help people shift their mindset from one vision of themselves to a new one by the use of metaphorical expression and poetic and poetry and graphic designs that really help to change someone's life. I overcame depression, so now I dedicate my life to helping other people come out of the darkness, step into the light and into their new life, and allow them to be the best self that they can be and enjoy the rest of their life, because life is too short. We gotta live it and live it fully. As I always say to my team, we go hard or go home.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rosetta Thompson. I'm the event planner with Tasting Elegance. I was going through my devotions this morning. I found this and I thought I would read this to you. It was in a book of truths that I have. It says, truth is you are amazing. God has equipped you with skills and abilities to do the impossible. All you have to do is believe. You have the ability to do so much. Believe in yourself and others will too. I believe that I can create the event of your dreams. So call me. You can find me on tastingelegance.com.
Hello, good evening. My name is Yolanda Parker. I am the event manager here with Tasting Elegance. This is my first event that I've been working with Dr. Haddon. I've known her for many, many years, like almost 15 plus years. We were homeschool moms, and we homeschooled my twins, Carrington and Kayla, which is Rosetta's daughter. My business, I'm the co-op founder and creator of Why Not Ask Yolanda. So what that means is I have to write this down. And so my business allows me to integrate my organizations, communications, productivity skills, and all that lends myself to help others, to help people, help people with their personal needs. So I'm like a personal concierge. So if you need anything, you're looking for a coach, you're looking for a planner, you're looking for an individual character, you're looking for a babysitter, you're looking for a trip to the Bahamas or anything like that. Anything that you need or you're looking for, why not ask Yolanda? So that's my email address. I don't have a website yet. I'm still working on that. I'm new into this business. But why not askyolanda@gmail.com.
All right, Coach.
All right. Thank you, ladies. You all are awesome.